Blog Talk Radio.
This is Rock and Roll Reverend Sue, and today we are going to be talking about the Super Patch. It's FDA Registered, drug and chemical pain-free relief, and so much more. I have with me some very special ladies here tonight, and the first being Cathy Gage. She has been with Super Patch since 2016 and is now a regional vice president, and she is honored to lead a large team and be able to be a part of this company's growth. Now, Cathy has won the Mission Leader Award, Team Sales Excellence Award, and the President's Leadership Award. And Cathy is a mom of 2 grown adults, a grandmother to 8, count them, 8 grandchildren. And she has worn many hats over the years, but she has to say that sharing this product is by far Cathy's favorite thing to do. And Cathy's vision is to help people to have a better quality of life, physically and financially, which you most certainly can do with the Super Patch. And our second lady, lovely lady that's going to be talking about the Super Patch today is Dr. Vicki Smith. Now, she has a PhD in Behavioral Neuroscience since 2014, and her focus was in circadian rhythms, which we'll talk about too. She has since worked as a part-time professor at several different universities in southern Alberta, Canada, teaching numerous undergraduate psychology and neuroscience courses. Now, Vicki also works as a clinical research coordinator with the Alberta Spine Program for a group of neurosurgeons and an orthopedic spine surgeon at a major trauma hospital in Calgary. She is also an interpreter, operating 2 different businesses, one of them being in the field of financial education and the other being with the Super Patch Company. She has been an independent associate and practitioner with the Super Patch Company since 2018. And we have also our lovely Tracy Wogemuth, and she is a team leader. And she had just joined not too long ago, and she is just amazing with her knowledge as well, and the caring that she puts in, as well as Cathy and Vicki, into helping people heal, find relief and be able to have more mobility, more stamina, strength, more focus, and, like I mentioned earlier, energetic performance, for sports too. But you know what? I think I'll let these lovely ladies talk about the Super Patch. They are just so knowledgeable about these. And before I bring them on real quick, I just wanted to give a little testimonial. I had tried the Super Patch about a month ago, and it's just been amazing. It's been helping me with balance, sleep, and I just can't say enough good things about this patch. And we want to learn about all the different patches that are available too. So without further ado, first I'd like to bring on Cathy Gage. Hello, Cathy. Thank you for joining us. Oh, I think the call might have dropped. Okay.
Or did you get me instead?
Last four digits, 4023.
That's Vicki. Yep.
Oh, hi, Vicki.
Not Cathy.
Oh, okay. Now my switchboard's a little mixed up. I'm going to bring you on in a little bit. I'm going to bring Cathy on real quick, too.
Me?
Hello,
Okay.
Cathy. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be on here today, to be able to share this amazing technology, the fact that we've been helping so many people with their quality of life and their financial security has been absolutely amazing. And I really would like to start off product. And there's no better person than to discuss this product than Dr. Vicki Smith. So I'd appreciate it if you can bring Dr. Vicki Smith. We've only got her for a short period of time, so let's use her knowledge and she can go over the product.
Absolutely. I'll bring her right on. Hello,
Thank
Dr.
Hi there. Hi.
Well, thank you so much for joining us again. And, what is the science behind these? I mean, I know a little bit about it, that these patches work by contact on the skin and the neurosensors in the skin. Can you explain it a little bit more? I know you can explain it much better than I could.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the way that the technology works is it's really just a 3D pattern. So it's on a little 2-inch by 2-inch sticker, and there's just a 3D pattern on the backside that touches your skin. So there's no medications, no chemicals, absolutely nothing in the patch. So it's not like other pain patches that might deliver some sort of a medication or anything to you. It literally just has a little 3D pattern that touches your skin, and your skin can actually notice that pattern, even though we don't cognitively kind of think about it, that we can actually feel it consciously. But our skin does notice it, and it's using those same types of receptors that we already have in our skin for us to interact with the world normally. So we've got different types of receptors that can feel different kind of textures, temperatures. We've got the pain sensors. And then others that can help us feel kind of more of a light touch, like a tickle or a vibration or things like that. So those same types of receptors in our skin already are the ones that actually notice this 3D pattern. And then it uses just our normal signaling pathways into our nervous system to give that message up to the brain. And the brain knows what to do with that specific pattern. So each different type of patch has a different pattern. And it helps our brain just work more efficiently so that our brain can reach what we call homeostasis, which is just essentially kind of being in balance. So you're not having parts of the brain that are overactive and working too hard, or underactive and not doing what they're supposed to. It just tries to put it all back so that it works properly the way it's designed to. And then it depends on which type of patch you're looking at as to exactly what system in your brain it's actually targeting so that it can help it work better. There's some that are a bit more multi-purpose and other ones that are very targeted for specific things.
Wow, it's pretty amazing that this technology can help with pain relief, mood, focus, balance. It's just fantastic technology.
Yeah, for sure. And like each one of those different types of parts of the brain that does different things for us, there's very specific pathways in the brain that deal with all of those different parts of kind of how we go about our day. So there's portions of the brain that do deal directly just in how efficiently we sleep, putting us to sleep, waking us up from sleep. There's other ones that deal with kind of more the motor systems and our sensory systems to make sure that that's working well for us to go about our day and do what we need to. And then there's different pathways that are dealing more on the emotional side or looking at us being able to kind of think and have our executive function and kind of reaction time when we're dealing with things cognitively. So each one of those different pathways and brain regions can actually be targeted by these different patterns that we've got. There's decades worth of research that goes into figuring out exactly kind of what brain regions we want to target, and then also what sort of pattern would then be necessary to activate on the skin so that we can kind of tap into those different pathways in the brain and just try and make them more efficiently so that you're not as affected by everything that's kind of all the energy around us and different environmental factors and physiological factors that can go awry as we age and that sort of thing.
Yes, oh, absolutely. I just wanted to share a little bit more of my testimony, too. I forgot to mention earlier in the intro when I was giving my testimony that, I had fallen and it was nighttime. My footing was just, I just couldn't see well. I was on an incline and in this cobblestone driveway, which was missing bricks, which I did not see. I tripped and I fell backwards. And normally with a fall like that, I would be bruised because I bruise easily. I didn't bruise once. So that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's one
for
of
me
the
not to bruise.
other effects that we sometimes see is that kind of part of our nervous system is also how well our blood flow works and kind of how solid our vessels are. So every once in a while we do see that kind of it improves that as well. And we do have another patch that works on more kind of the immune system and can help with blood flow aspects as well. So there's so many different pieces that actually work quite nicely together. Sometimes you have to use more than one patch in order to kind of target all the different symptoms that you're trying to deal with. But it's pretty impressive what the different technology can do. Just as a tiny background of how I ended up in the company, I was actually diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 34 and ended up with some very grueling treatments, which caused a lot of residual effects from the chemotherapy treatments. And I was working at a medical clinic at the time, and one of the patients just told me there's these magic products that might help me. Magic in quotes. I was skeptical, obviously, as a neuroscientist, and she couldn't explain the science whatsoever to me. But she just said, give it a try. What does it hurt? So I did, and actually within about 30 seconds, all of my pain and tingling in my feet that had felt like I was walking on hot coals every step was just completely gone as long as I kept my technology on. And now it's 6 years later, and as long as I have my technology on, I still don't have any of those side effects still kind of annoying me during my day-to-day habits and what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis.
Wow. It's just really amazing how this technology works to heal and give you relief and so many different benefits. And if Cathy could tell us like what each patch is for, that would be great too.
Okay.
Yeah, if she wants to do that, she can, or I can, either way.
Oh, sure.
Whatever Cathy would prefer.
Yeah, no, let's let Dr. Vicki explain the products, and then I can do the business side of it.
Absolutely.
All right. So we currently have 12 different patches in our lineup. A couple of them are a little bit more kind of multi-purpose, and a few of them are much more targeted. So I will just start with a kind of blanket statement that none of our patches diagnose, treat, or cure anything. It's all just kind of improving the efficiency of how the nervous system works in specific pathways within the brain, and it really just helps targeted symptom relief. So some of them are much more narrow in terms of what symptoms they help with, and other ones are a little bit broader. So kind of our basic technology to start with is the one that's called Liberty. So that one is kind of the oldest of our technology, that everything else has kind of been brought forward out of that technology. And pulling out specific pieces of what the Liberty patch can do. So that one helps more with kind of balance and stability. And then it can also just overall help with the efficiency and communication inside the brain and also kind of going out to the rest of the body. So it's the one that's going to give kind of the most bang for your buck in a sense, because it does help with sort of the broadest set of symptoms. And then very similar to that one is the Victory patch. That one does a lot of the same things, but it's a little bit more targeted towards the muscle pieces. So it's the one specifically for athletic performance. And then we have our pain patch called Freedom. So that one is very specifically just for all types of pain. That one, like, it doesn't matter if it's chronic pain or acute pain that you've injured yourself, just any sort of pain, no matter where on the body it is. That one is really, really impressive. And that one actually has a really nice article that's been written about it. There was an independent company that tested it out, and they even presented their findings at a pain congress in Europe. So that was pretty cool. Another one we've got is the Kick It patch. So that one is kind of just being able to take back control in terms of bad habits. So anything that you're not really wanting to have as in terms of habits, whether it be potential addictions it might help with, but more just kind of any behaviors that you don't want to be doing, then it can just help you feel like you have control over that and you can choose not to do those behaviors anymore. The next one we've got is the REM patch. So that one is the sleep patch. So it specifically helps with the efficiency of the REM portion of our sleep, but it can also potentially improve other aspects of how we sleep. It doesn't work to necessarily put you to sleep or keep you asleep, but it just improves the quality of your sleep overall. We have our Peace patch. So that one is kind of more the stress and anxiety type of a patch. So a lot of people who wear that patch, if they're really kind of high stress or high level of anxiety for whatever reason, then they put that on and it just kind of feels like it melts away some of that stress and just allows you to take a nice deep breath and just feel a little bit more calm and focused. The next one we've got is our Defend patch. So that one is more the immune system type one, and it also helps to some degree with the efficiency of how our circulatory system works as well. So that one's definitely good during cold and flu season. We like that one.
Yes. I was just going to say, this is the perfect time of year to get that.
Absolutely. I mean, all year it's good anyways because it just has a lot of really good effects for no matter what you're kind of dealing with in terms of your immune system, because obviously colds can happen at any time of the year, but definitely during the winter season, it's a good one to have on hand. Our night patch, that one is it increases the rate that you burn calories at. So for some people that does translate to weight loss, but for some people it doesn't necessarily, depending on how your system really works. But it does improve kind of your base metabolic rate, so that with everything that you're doing, whether you're just sitting at a desk all day or if you are very active, it's just going to kind of increase how quickly you can burn calories. Our next one that we've got is the Focus patch. So that one works most on some aspects of our ability to just kind of focus and pay attention. So it can help with studying. That's definitely a big one for kids, but also adults. And it can help with anything that you just need to have sustained focus, whether it be working or driving or whatever it is that you're trying to kind of get done, and you're just less likely to be distracted by things around you, and you can just kind of hold your focus a little bit longer. Let me just scroll through and double check what we've got. Okay, and then we've got our two newest patches now as well. Oh, I missed one other one, sorry. The Joy patch. So that one is just really nice. When you have just sort of a blue kind of a day that you're just feeling a little bit down, then it just kind of lifts that feeling and just makes you a little bit more happy, and you're going to enjoy your day a little bit better. So that one can be really helpful, again, during the winter when people aren't sunlight and that sort of thing as well. And then we've got a couple of new patches that have just been launched that not everyone has access to them yet, but they will be coming very soon. But they are officially launched by the company. One is called Lumi, and that one is a little bit for the skin, so it just gives you a really nice glow, and you don't have to use kind of creams and chemicals and stuff like that on your skin, but it'll help just kind of increase the radiance of your skin overall. And the last one is more for male hormones, so it's called Rocket, and it just helps with a lot of aspects to do with kind of hormone balance and that sort of thing, specifically for men. And then we've got several more that are kind of in the works. The company's working on them, doing their kind of initial research on kind of getting them ready to go. So we'll have several more coming out over the next months to years.
I'm just so impressed with these patches, and I can't believe the quality of sleep that I've been getting. I've been on the Liberty patch for over a month now, and I'm just able to sleep through the night, which is a miracle for me because I usually wake up several times, and this has helped me to sleep.
Yeah, the Liberty patch is really nice for that sort of thing because literally what it tries to do is just no matter what is kind of unbalanced in your brain, that it's either areas are overactive or underactive, it just tries to put it back to normal. So one person might get that sort of a sleep effect, and another person is going to get more in terms of the balance and the stability portion. And it has little pieces of a whole bunch of the other now targeted patches as well. And it just, whatever kind of the brain seems to think is needing the help the most, because it's the farthest away from that homeostasis or kind of balanced point, then it's just going to try and reset that the best that it can. And if something new pops up that kind of becomes more important, then it'll help the brain switch its focus to working on that system instead. And over time, it can just kind of help things work more efficiently and just keep everything working the best that it possibly can for you, the way that our nervous system was actually kind of designed to be working for us.
Wow, this is just amazing, mind-blowing technology for me. And I love anything that's natural healing because I've been on so many different medications, and I'm just not a pill person. And this is, I know I can speak for myself. It's perfect for me. So
yeah, so many people don't like having to take medications, right? Because every pill that you add, there ends up being some side effects. And then you might end up, if they're bad enough, you take another pill to help with those side effects, and then you get more side effects. And that's what's so wonderful about this technology, is because there's no side effects, because it's not actually putting anything that can interact into your body. It's literally just giving a signal to your nervous system for it to work better. So it just does what it was supposed to do. You're not actually creating any new issues at all. It's just using your nervous system to help you work better.
Wow, it's just great technology. I just can't say enough good things about these patches. I'm just so glad I was introduced to them, and actually I would like to bring on also Tracy Wolgamuth. She has quite the testimonial, I should say. And if I could just bring her on for a little bit, I just wanted to introduce her to everybody. Hi, Tracy.
Hello. Hi, Sue. Hi, everybody. Sue, thank you for having me on the show today. Okay, I'm very new. I'm a new associate to the Super Patch. I was introduced actually last summer, and I did have some, I was a little skeptical at first as well until I tried the patch. I had to try it. And I use the Liberty patch, and I'm using the Defend patch, and it's amazing. I have an autoimmune disease, and I can tell you that these patches have helped me tremendously. what I had did is I had gotten into the company, and I went in with a launch kit, because with that I was able to have some patches of my own to share with family and friends, because I felt like before I really wanted to introduce these patches, I needed to see my own testimony with my family and my friends, and some of the testimonies are pretty amazing, and I will just share one of them with you. I had went to Illinois to see an aunt who is suffering with a disease. She's an end-stage cancer, and she is in a lot of pain. And I was able to help her with the Freedom Patch for her pain relief. And what it did for her was it replaced some of her pain, quite a bit of her pain medication that made her quite groggy, and then just all the other side effects that go along with pain medications. And to this day, it's been 6 weeks now, and she is pain-free with the Freedom Patch. And that right there was a testimony for me that I knew I had to really dig into this company and share this patch with the world. So I am in the company, and I could not be more blessed that I was introduced to these patches. They're amazing. They are just amazing. And I thank you again, Sue, for having me on.
Oh, anytime. Thank you for sharing your testimony. And I want to thank both you and your sister, Lori, my McNeamer.
Yeah.
You both introduced me to this wonderful patch, and, it certainly helped me too. So thank you.
Yep, it's helping. It is. It's helping a lot of my family members. I'm very blessed. Very blessed.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much. And
thank you, Sue. Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
Wow, pretty amazing testimony. And there is another caller. Last four digits 1194. I'm just going to bring them on. Hello, welcome to the show. Who are we speaking with?
Who's this?
Nobody.
Oh, hi. My name is Reverend Sue, and this show is about the Super Patch. And who are we speaking with? Oh, I think it might have gotten the wrong number there. Sorry, guys. Sorry, ladies. So, Dr. Vicki Smith, would you like to say anything else about Super Patch?
Yeah, so the only other thing that I would kind of mention is really just to give some context for all of the listeners about how powerful these products can be. Obviously, the testimonials speak for themselves, that it is quite impressive, and almost everyone in the company has their own amazing results, and that's why they choose to join and share with others. But some of the statistics that fit with a few of our patches are really, there's about 50 million adults in the U.S. dealing with chronic pain. So if we can use the Freedom Patch to help them, and like the other caller was saying, not so groggy with the pain medications and that sort of thing, it's really impressive to, even if it just decreases it a bit and maybe doesn't take it all the way away. For some people it does, some people it just helps. But when you're suffering from chronic pain, that's really impressive to even take it down by kind of a couple of notches for you so that you can function in your day a little bit better. And we've got 70 million Americans suffer from chronic sleep problems, and that can lead to a lot of other chronic types of diseases, injuries, mental health issues, just poor quality of life overall. So if we can help kind of improve that quality of their sleep, that's quite impressive. About 70% of people North America-wide end up reporting that they've got really high stress load. It seems to almost be getting worse as we go, just with all of the different kind of healthcare issues, their jobs, the economy, all of that just adds to your stress load. So if we can just give you a little bit better peace of mind and make it easier to cope with all of that stress, then that's definitely a really good thing. And then we've got kind of 50 million people in America have already kind of purchased some of our products. That it's quite impressive how many people we're starting to reach, and we've now kind of expanded in a lot of different companies or countries across Europe as well. So I'm sure Cathy will speak to some of that piece of how the company is expanding and everything. But we're trying to really be on a mission to help 1 billion people worldwide. That's our goal at this point, and we're well on our way, but we definitely need more and more people trying the products, using the products, and just helping themselves and those in their lives, because everyone deserves to feel a bit better and not have to do it by way of products that cause extra side effects. And this is just such a nice, natural way to provide those benefits for whatever types of symptoms you're trying to deal with. We've got a really good lineup to hit a lot of different types of symptoms for a lot of people.
I know, and the range of these patches is amazing. Anywhere from the immune helping, reset the immune system, and as well as sports performance, mood, even now making your skin more luminous. It's just, this technology just blows my mind. It's just really, really impressive.
And there's constant ongoing research that we're developing more and more, that we're going to have a few more this year for sure. And then it's just a continuous process as they keep figuring out how to tap into different networks and things in the brain. Then we're just going to keep coming out with more and more to help with different things that people are suffering with.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much. And before I bring Cathy on, I included a hyperlink. It's blue. It's underneath the video or audio player on the show. Anybody that wants to click on that hyperlink can check out the different patches, and as well as listening to the show, they'll be able to see the listing of what each patch is for too. So by all means, I invite everybody to click the blue hyperlink that I put, and it says Super Patch. So I'll bring Cathy on along with us, and she's going to talk about the business aspect of Super Patch. Hello, Cathy.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much, Dr. Vicki. And I know that you're quite busy, and feel free to log off at any time. And but I really thank you for attending. And
I'm so happy to do it.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, I'd like to, this is so massive. People are looking for pain management. They've got low energy. They need brain health. They've got cognitive decline. They've got limited mobility. Fall risk is huge for seniors. And, this world, everybody's stressed, or I should say most everybody is stressed, anti-aging and neuropathy. These are all things that people are looking for, and the thing that they're looking for is a drug-free solution, and which is what we have, which is exciting because since, especially since the pandemic, I feel that people are looking more for a drug-free solution. So this is really kind of taken us full circle since being, and our products, what people have right now to help with this stuff is drugs, over-the-counter products, surgeries, lifestyle changes, diet changes. There's so many side effects and risks and all that stuff. And with our patches, they help with, all of that stuff drug-free. And, what people are really looking for right now is drug-free solutions, instant and effective, easy to use, non-invasive, non-reactive, child-safe, pregnancy-safe, no lifestyle changes. And the biggest thing is affordability. And Jay, who is the owner and inventor of this product, has created this patch and made it affordable for everybody. They are $60 for a month's supply, which, considering what's out there and the prices of things, this is very affordable for people. Plus, you get an opportunity to create an income side to it as well. Just imagine all the things that we're talking about, the pain, the energy, the sleep, the stress, the immune support, all the different things. We have got something in our hands that is going to massively help this world. There is over 500 billion people that are struggling with all of these things that I have mentioned. Imagine what you get your hands on if you can help somebody with a patch. All patches work for 24 hours, and then you change it out. It's just an amazing opportunity. So a little bit about myself. I've been into the business. It's been almost 8 years. It'll be 8 years in June. The patches really came out last January, all the different patches. And you say, well, how can it be opened 8 years, but it's only a year old? Because the owner and inventor had first brought out socks and insoles. So there was a pattern in the socks that helped with balance, stability, range of motion, more power, more endurance. But what he found was he couldn't help with all these other things, and he couldn't put all these different patches in the sock. So he decided to make patches so that we could help so many more people. So last January, we became the Super Patch Company, and we now have 12 different technologies, which is what Dr. Vicki was talking about. I am so excited about these. I love all the patches. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, there's new patches, that'll be coming out too, and it's just this technology is just. It just blows, like I mentioned before, it just blows my mind because it doesn't require any drugs. You know how sometimes if you have pain relief patches and they have that goop all over it, none of that. It's just so pleasurable to take on and to put on and take off. And it just very ease of use, and it's not messy or smelly or anything. There's no scent to it. And I just absolutely love them.
Yeah, so they also put in place a 30-day money-back guarantee, which is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, obviously they work if he's going to give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So as well, they're FDA Registered, which is phenomenal. We have peer reviews done on them, which is a third-party study, so that it's not just saying that we're saying that it works. A whole completely different other company that is a third party is saying the same thing. So the two newest ones are really exciting. They're all exciting, but as new ones come out, it's like the Lumi patch, glow like never before. I have an associate in my business that did the before and after, and it's like, oh, wow, the difference is amazing. So, and for males, like the energy, the stamina, passion, like all of that is going to be enhanced by wearing the new patch. So we will get into the business side of it. There is an opportunity to this business, and again, I came on board. My story is I was in a car accident, and as well, I struggled with stress and anxiety because of my car accidents. It left me with some issues, and but I started wearing this product, and my back was really bad. So I was in pain. There were days that I couldn't get out of bed. And I can say that in almost 8 years of wearing this product, I haven't had my back bother me since. And as well with, I had stress and anxiety, and I had a bit of depression because of what I was going through. they had me on different meds, and I actually decided to come off of the meds. And when I found this product, I am not on any meds whatsoever. I do fine on a daily basis. I love life. I love this business. And so as Susan said, she has a special link there for you to click. You can go in. You can order patches as a customer. You can decide to become an associate. And but just remember, if you decide to become an associate, you're not in business by yourself. You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. So we're always here, and I do trainings once a week. I do Zoom calls. We have 3 or 4 opportunity meetings a week. I believe they are Monday to Thursday in the evenings that you can bring your people on to learn about the opportunity. And so it's a whole great big community to help everybody. So and there's a conference coming up in March in Dallas, and I can't wait because it's a lot of information that they'll explain. Plus, we have trips that we can work towards, and so on and so on. So we actually went to visit a doctor today who's interested in putting these products in their practice, and she was having some hip pain, and we put a freedom patch on her, and before we left, she's like, I feel amazing. I can't believe that the pain is gone out of my hip. And so doctors are starting to come on board. So we have, you can come on as an associate. If you are not a doctor, that's okay. You can come on as an associate. But if you are a practitioner, you can come on as an associate and then sign up as a practitioner under your associate account. That way you can build the business as well as with your practitioner account. You can get 50% off of the product, and then you can put it into your practice and share it with your clients. So we can talk more about that. If you have questions, feel free. We are opened in Canada, U.S., U.K., and all the European Union. So it's over 30 countries now, so that's really exciting. And yeah, it's this is growing very fast. This is really growing fast with the patches because it's just helped so many people. And you know, in a lot of cases, it's instant. Is it always instant? No. Sometimes it can take a day or two, sometimes 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks. But keep those patches on and keep wearing them because it will help, absolutely.
Oh,
so
yes.
There's
ahead,
different ways. Okay, there's different ways to come into the business. Again, you'll have a link from Susan, and you can click on the link. Then there is you can decide there's launch kits that you can come in with, and there's different launch kits. It'll explain the different launch kits. You decide which one is right for you. When you come in with a launch kit, there's bonuses attached to that you can work towards, and we can get deeper into that once you decide to become a rep with the company. And but just know that there's different ways to earn an income with this, and it's as easy as just clicking on the website and signing up and getting your launch kit and getting started.
Yeah, it's great. It's like you said, Cathy, you're in business for yourself but not by yourself, and the support that you, Tracy, Lori, and you know, Dr. Vicki Smith, I mean, it's just been fantastic. And you know, even if
the one thing I think I do want to mention, Susan, is, you know what, you don't need to know the science. Don't panic thinking, oh, I can't do this, I'm not a doctor. don't panic. I didn't know the science when I came on board. I still don't know the science. I don't need to know the science. I know the patches work. They're 30-day money-back guarantee, and it's as easy as that. When you put the patches on and you have a story to tell, stories sell. And that'll bring other people on to want to try the patches. So don't feel that you can't do this, because sometimes it's best that you don't know all the science and background and all that stuff, because if people see that, then they're like, oh, I can't do what she does. I always kept it simple. There's a demo that you can show people with the Liberty Patch and the Victory Patch that you can instantly balance them. It works 100% of the time. You can put that Liberty Patch or the Victory Patch on them and do a balance test. And once you put the patches on them, you can hang off of them. They're not going anywhere. They're completely balanced and aligned.
That was amazing. I remember taking that balance test, and I was at Tracy's, and just feeling for, just the strength, being able to I felt stronger. I felt like I could stand up straighter and stronger, and that's amazing for me, because I do have balance issues, but not so much with the patches anymore. Actually, not at all. So it's kudos to them. I mean, it's I can only speak for myself, but the technology just I keep saying it keeps blowing my mind, because I'm kind of a klutz, and I'm less of a klutz when I'm on the patch.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it's age safe. Anybody can wear these patches, from babies to 100 years old. It don't matter. These are safe for everybody to wear, because there's nothing in them. It's a pattern that touches the skin. And you know what? I again keep it simple. And what I tell people is, it's no different than if I tell you to close your eyes and I put a pen in your hand and I say, what's in your hand? And you say, a pen. Well, how do you know? They got their eyes closed. It touched the skin. It told the brain it was a pen. That's exactly how the patches work. Touches the skin, tells the brain what the patch is for, and it works on that specific area. That's as simple as it is, and that's how I explain it. I don't get into the science that it's a tactile stimulation pattern and da-da-da-da-da.
Pretty cool. And I've heard the expression, it's a QR code for the brain.
Right. That's exactly what people say. That's what the owner says. It's a QR to the brain. It's no different. It's Braille to the brain. It's however you want to talk about it. It's phenomenal.
Can I jump in for a second?
Absolutely.
So just on that QR code idea, the easiest way to not have to talk about the science at all, because obviously I have a different level of background knowledge, so I can talk the science. But for most of our associates, all that's really important is that someone in the company can talk the science. So then that gives the credibility that it is real and it's been independently tested. That the regular people kind of sharing the technology don't need to be able to say much more than just it's a 3D pattern on the skin. And just like each QR code goes to a specific website, each of our patches and the different patterns helps with a different part of the nervous system, and just gives a message up to the brain so that it works better. And if you use the Liberty Patch, then it actually it opens up the nervous system to use the other technologies even better too. So it's kind of our basic tech that we start with, and then we can build on all of the others a little bit more, and we can mix and match. You can wear just one patch, you can wear 2 or 3. There are some people who wear literally almost all of them, depending on what symptoms they're trying to work with. So they are very versatile. And then it is so nice that literally it can help anybody. no matter what you're dealing with, we probably have something that can be a solution. And because it's literally the same adhesive as Band-Aids. So if you can wear a Band-Aid, wear our patches. So we can help literally from babies in the NICU at times all the way up through the elderly. There's just certain kind of tricks depending on if you have kind of thin skin and like that sort of thing as you're aging, then we can give some specific hints. But really it's just kind of whoever kind of introduces you to the technology can help you kind of try and figure out what's going on for your symptoms and then help you kind of figure out the best combination of patches or what would give you the best opportunity to kind of feel your best.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you. This is, like I keep saying, amazing technology, and it works. For me, it was almost instant, but it can take up to, say, like a half hour for it to work.
It sort of depends. So really the signal gets to your brain at the same speed that your nervous system already works, which literally from your big toe up to your brain is about 7 seconds. But that doesn't necessarily mean it can do its job in the brain. So it depends how much work it has to do to help make that brain region or pathway more efficient. So sometimes getting the brain piece sorted out, even though the signal gets there really fast, there are times that it has to do a little bit of work to help the nervous system then sort out why it's overactive or underactive and that sort of thing. So most of the patches, within about 20 minutes, they are having the full effect in the nervous system. That just doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to feel a lot different. Some people do feel really different right away, and others, it does take some time. Just depends kind of how long it's been that you've had the symptoms. If you had a really several years to decades progression of your symptoms, then it's going to take longer potentially to help reverse that and get it back to the way that it's supposed to be. So there's a lot of variability in individual differences, but we can guarantee that every patch does something to your nervous system and will work to improve it as long as you wear it continuously. It is kind of 24/7 wear is the only way that you're going to get the best effect. The way I kind of talk to people about that is if you need corrective lenses, glasses to be able to see, you can see while you're wearing them, but as soon as you take them off, it didn't fix your vision, right? It just helps you be able to see while you're wearing them. So it's kind of the same with our patches, that while your skin is interacting with that pattern in the patch, it helps improve the efficiency of the nervous system. But as soon as you take it back off, then that signal is no longer there. So you do have to wear them consistently, and it depends on your nervous system as to how quickly you're going to feel massive changes or just little changes that'll be incremental and build over time. So we generally suggest wearing kind of at least do that one pack for the month. Most people by that point will feel a decent difference, that they'll notice things have adjusted and they are feeling better. If you only give it a couple of days try, then you're not necessarily going to get full effects and notice a huge difference. So that's why we have the 30-day money-back guarantee, because almost everyone will start feeling some big changes within that first 30 days.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking for myself, I'm able to keep my balance better and to sleep better. Just the sleep alone would sell me on these because, like I mentioned earlier, I would wake up a couple times during the night, and I don't do that anymore, which is great. I get to sleep through the night, so that's a big plus. Absolutely. Well, now, Cathy, is there anything else you wanted to add about Super Patch?
No, I think that we pretty much covered, to get people interested and know about this product. So if they need more info, they can reach out to you on your link, and then if we're needed, we are there as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much to you, Cathy, to you, Dr. Vicki Smith, and also to Tracy Wolgermuth, and for sharing her testimony too. And we'll see you next time. We're going to have some more radio shows, and we'll. Before we do leave, there is going to be an event at Primetime Restaurant in Port Richey, Florida, and that will be coming up on February 1st from 6 to 8 p.m. at Primetime Restaurant in Port Richey. So I just wanted to give a little plug there. But I want to wish everybody
that's perfect.
Yeah. So maybe we can discuss a little bit about that too next week. So until then, have a blessed and happy day. And everyone, if you want to check out Super Patch, click the blue hyperlink, says Super Patch, at the bottom of this page. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.